Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, and welcome to today's video. Today being Tuesday, we're already cracking on with the week. Tuesday's probably one of the worst days of the week, isn't it? It's like a nothing day. It's not at the start, it's not at the end, and it's not in the middle. It's just kind of there. It's a bit of a rubbish day, if you ask me. However, we've got things to do today. I think today's video is going to be primarily to do with testing electronics. Is it still worth selling electronics on eBay and all that good stuff? We're going to go through absolutely everything that I know personally about selling and how to sell electronics on eBay. But first, we've got a few orders that need to go out the door today. So we're going to pick them and pack them, and then we're going to get on to the majority of the video. So let's crack on and pick some orders. Boom. Oakley dokley do. Talking about electronics, we actually sold a Sony DVD player recorder system. It's already packed, which is amazing. Sold that for $59.99. We then sold this beautiful pair of LK Bennett sort of suede heels. Took an offer of £30 all in, and that will go under 1 kilo, which is really nice at the moment because Packlink still have their under 1 kilo parcels for £2, which is incredible, saving about 84 pence each parcel. And the last item is in fact in the L box, and it's a bit of a camera. I think it is an Olympus something and something and something. It's in here somewhere. And I think it's this little beauty. It's an Olympus Winder 2 that sold for $14.99 plus postage. So let's get these 3 items picked, packed, and ready to go out the door. For the Olympus Winder, all I'm going to do is use one of these eBay branded boxes, a couple of layers of newspaper, bubble wrap the winder itself, plonk that in the middle, and then we'll finish off with a couple of layers of newspaper. And there we have it, completed. Now it's time to pack these, which are the LK Bennetts, and they will simply go in a mailing bag. Let's not forget the thank you for your order card, and hey presto, another one done. And in fact, that's all 3 of them done because the DVD player itself has already been packed. So that's all the packing done. It's time to go and do some electronic stuff. Right, okay, oakley do. Let's pick our first victim of the testing session, the Xbox One. But a massive tip if you want to start selling electronics, highly recommend you build yourself a little testing area. As you can see, we have a little one in the kitchen, so I've always got it plugged in, ready to go. I've also got a HDMI cable that will always be plugged in, so for sort of newer consoles I can literally plug it straight in. That way I'm saving time and being much more efficient, not having to find a HDMI cable. I've always got one plugged in, ready for the newer consoles. Again, I will not clean this until it's actually tested and working, because there's no point in cleaning it if it is broken. So I'm going to test it dirty and then see what happens. In you pop, plug the HDMI cable in, check if there is a sort of special bonus disc. Fingers crossed, maybe. Oh, it's gone back in. I think we've actually got a disc. Oh, very good, very nice. I'm not too sure if this is going to work, but if it does, that's a nice little juicy bonus. I tell you what, I've actually not got a testing Xbox One disc, so hopefully this works to be able to test if it actually reads discs. And I tell you what, it seemed to be working. It is reading the disc, so it's actually showing it up. But again, I haven't got a remote, so I can't actually go any further than this, I don't think. I do believe you can actually use your remote. You can use your phone as an Xbox remote, but you need to log into the account, and obviously that account isn't ours, so I don't really know any of their details. So if I did, you could actually test it without a Xbox One controller. You could actually use it just off your smartphone. Because I don't know the account details for this specific Xbox, I can't. But the fact that it is working and we are getting some sort of screen and that is recognising the disc, I think we're okay to say let's test it and working. So now what I will do is take a photo of it working just to increase buyer confidence. And then a massive thing that we all need to be doing is take a picture of the serial number. This will stop any potential scammers trying to swap a working Xbox with their broken one. That way, if they do try and claim that yours isn't working and they send you back another one that's not yours, you then have the serial number to prove to eBay that they've swapped them, and basically they've sent you the faulty one and they've kept the new one. And in fact, this game's actually worth about £9, free postage, disc only, so that's a nice little juicy bonus. But yes, all electronics will have a serial number somewhere on the unit itself. Just make sure you take a picture so you can visibly see this and upload that as you would a normal picture on a listing, and that should protect you from any potential scammers. So now that's all tested and working, next thing we'll have to do is clean it up and then get it ready for eBay and making it look pretty and sellable, because look at the state of this. Ooh, this is absolutely minging. I think that's going to take some cleaning. Oh boy. And there we have it. The first disadvantage of electronics, if it's not working, is sometimes they are absolutely grubby. Honestly, that is minging. Oh god. Probably the worst thing to do. Oh, the more I look at it, the more it's actually making me gip. That thing is minging. Okay, we better start somewhere. Let's get some polish on this and see if that will just be enough. Probably not. I tell you what, that looks a little bit better. That's just a bit of a polish and a bit of scrub with sort of like the polish brush and stuff. It's still not great, but it's now a lot more sellable than it was a minute ago. And that's the key, right? When you think about it, obviously you want to make it looking decent so it's good for the customer, but also it's all about time versus money in the industry. So yeah, that was just with a bit of polish. And in fact, it was actually with this, a boot buddy. A dry boot buddy. Obviously I didn't squeeze it, because if I squeezed it then water would come out. It was just a dry brush, getting it all in the grooves and bringing up the dust that's caked in. But yeah, that looks a lot better now. Polish and boot buddy. But you could also use a hairdryer to be able to blow it out. I don't think I've got a hairdryer in the office, so hairdryer is probably must needed. But in fact, I haven't got one to hand. But if you've got a hairdryer, it's very good, very nice. Blow it into the grooves, into sort of the air vents, and it should just bring it all up. But sometimes you've just got to work with what you've got. I tell you what, this boot buddy is a freaking dream. It just completely spruces up the grills on an Xbox. Look at that, just picking out them the old dust balls. It's absolutely incredible. But you can even get like a proper beastie airflow thing that will blow cold air through that, which would be 10 times better. I'll probably leave a photo of what I'm actually talking about here. So yeah, that is probably the best way of doing it. But again, I haven't got that. So yeah, it is what it is. But what I would say, a little bit of a polish, and this is looking ready to list. And when it comes to the wires, I will literally elastic band this and make it look a little bit more presentable. And then I have a box full of wires, and hopefully there is a spare HDMI wire, which there should be, ready to go and bundled up with the console itself. Perfect. Like so, all done, all cabled up, really nice. I'm really happy with that. And that will get listed very shortly. Like so, they'll go on my grey background. These are just literally from B&Q. They are vinyl plaques, and basically bought a whole pack of vinyl, and I've used 6 boards. I think I bought a pack of 10, so I've got a spare set as well. But yeah, they'll be listed like so, and I should be able to list that for about 40 to 50, 60 quid, maybe a little bit more because it's Christmas. Okay, the next thing we're going to sort of test is going to be one of these. I think we've got a Humax box or a DVD Blu-ray player. I think we're going to go with the Blu-ray player. Well, that's a bonus. It comes with its remote. Again, we're going to plug it into the testing TV, not cleaned, just in case it doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, it's probably only worth about 15 quid. Spares and repairs, so there's no real point in cleaning it unless it is fully working. HDMI in. Do we have power? Yes, we do, because it's even saying hello to us. So that's a good start. Somehow I've lost the TV remote. And without the TV remote, This is one of them TVs that you can't actually frigging do anything with unless you have the remote. So we need to find this remote. Why is it here? Why is it with the stock that's being sold that's going to the Hermes drop-off? Why? Why was it there? I mean, I've not even put a disc in it and it's playing something, so there's a special bonus disc inside here. Let's see what DVD this previous owner was previously watching in 3, 2, 1. Oh boy. Houston, we have a problem. I don't think it's actually... Oh boy. I don't think it's ejecting discs very well at all. But I kind of rate the DVD, I'm not going to lie. I don't think this is going to work. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but these are called like the runners. And I think one of the runners is absolutely decked. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to try and fix that. Probably not. Because if I was to fix that, it means I'm going to have to open that up completely and see what is what. But that is a disadvantage, again, of why it's probably not too good to buy electronics, because you never know if it's going to work. So, because that's not working just right now, I'm going to, in fact, eBay this model number and see if it's worth anything spares and repairs, and see what the actual value of it is working. And if it is working, it might be worth me getting inside there and having a look and hopefully maybe able to fix it. Wow. So I've just put it into eBay, and the first 2 items that have come up on eBay are in the hundreds. So it might actually be worth me looking at. Let's have a look at some solds. Even sold is still looking pretty strong. £56 on bids, £60 all in on bids. So it is possibly worth me looking at. £95 buy it now. Oh boy. So yeah, we could have a job on our hands. The thing is, I can't actually see or find any that have sold spares and repairs. So what I have done is I've lobbed the model number and the brand into Terapeak. This is a free tool that you can use going on your Seller Central and go into research and then Terapeak product research. Come down and there's actually 5 that have sold for parts and not working. So I'm going to filter them out and see what we're working with. Okay, so for spares and repairs, you're looking at 25, 14, 23, 20, 16, which isn't too bad, I guess. I am in for this for a tenner, so that's exactly why we do what we do when we go outside in the field. We always try and get items, especially electronics, because of this prime example. We try and get them for spares and repair value, because just in case it doesn't work. So this hasn't worked, that's £10 invested, but it looks like I can be able to flip it for £20 to £25. So my money is just about safe in that after fees and postage. But when you're out in the car boot field, please do, when you are buying electronics, try and get it down to the spares and repairs value, just in case when you get back home or back in a unit or wherever you do your operation of eBay from, just in case it doesn't work. That way, you are never going to lose money. Well, I bet you guys didn't think that RummageAround would be deep inside a Blu-ray player today, but the problem is it's not that little lens, which obviously reads the disc, is jumping up too early, so it's getting stuck on the drawer itself. So what I'm thinking is, I think there's actually a tooth missing. So what I want to try and do now is be able to take the disc tray out and have a proper look inside, because this bit here, it's kind of following it through like a mousetrap and it gets caught right there. So what I'm thinking is it might be missing a tooth. And a tooth kind of like acting like a speed bump sort of thing, and it's just about missing. Look at that. You push it hard enough, it will go in, but obviously we don't want to do that because we're trying to fix the thing. So what I want to try and do is take the disc tray out so I can have a proper look at this. Well, the first aid box is needed, and I'll tell you why. Oh boy, I'll tell you what, I've cut my thumb twice already, and I'm bleeding. Well, it was bleeding quite a lot, to be fair. But it leads me to say, is reselling electronics on eBay really worth it? Because that, throbbing and stinging. But we've patched it up. We're not going to be defeated by this Blu-ray player. So let's carry on and get this freaking thing fixed, even with a botched up dressing. Right, I think we've managed to sort it out, but I've had to take every single jumper wire out just to get this out of the front. And yeah, now we somehow got to get it back in. Yeah, I think it's working, but we'll test it again. Right, can we fix it? So what I'm going to do is try it without putting it all back together. It looks a bit dangerous, but trust me, I'm an El Natural. So, I can't believe this is going to work. Oh, it's doing something. I say I can't believe this is going to work, I don't know. Hopefully, in the next 3 seconds, it should be able to let me open it. Open. Close. Oh my days. Should we try again? Open. Close. Lift up. Come on! Woo! Okay, we are semi-ready for blast off. We're just going to test it before we put the housing around it. It has to open. Come on, Gazzy. Gotta close. Click in. Freaking hell. Happy days. Right, I guess now we've got it all packed up and ready to test properly. It's time. Oh boy. It's not working again. Flip! How is that even possible? It was working all the way up until we put the main case back on it. Sometimes I love electronics. Most of the time, I hate them for this reason. Oh boy, let's try again. Alright, okay, what I've done is I've screwed these in ever so slightly, maybe like a millimetre away from the actual hole, and hopefully that will be enough, because you can see it's working until the housing goes back on. Oh, I'll tell you what, I spent too long on this project trying to fix this, I tell you now. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Okay, this is it. This is the last time I'm working on this, I think, today. Oh, you beauty. Close it. Happy days. We're going to do it one more time. Are we ready? Fingers crossed. Open. What? Right, let's just try again. I've just tinkered something. Right, it opens. It closes. Does it open again? Happy days. I'm going to do it 3 times. And hopefully it will work. Okay, I think we're working. I think we've finally got it all working. Oh boy, it's been a long, long day. And on that note, I'm going to end today's video there. Do I think it's worth listing electronics? The thing with electronics, right, is if it works, it's great. And if you don't have to fix them, it's even better. We spent over 2 hours probably now on that, trying to fix that. And for a £95 listing, which is good. And that kind of brings me on to why I think selling electronics is good, because 90% of the electronics are actually worth a fair chunk of change. So what I would say is, if you do want to get yourself into electronics, have a listing bay, have a testing bay. That's mega important, because it makes everything just run a lot more smoother, and just be prepared that sometimes some things might not work. As you can probably hear in the background, the DVD is playing very, very well now. So thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you beautiful lot tomorrow around about the 7 p.m-ish time. Remember, if you are buying electronics, try and get them at a spares and repairs price. That way you will never lose money selling in this category. Bish, bash,